And of course, we'll be marking that anniversary here on Sky News on Tuesday. Now, tonight, if you didn't know, is Burns Night. It's the annual celebration of Scotland's national poet Robbie Burns. And to make it very special this year, the Scottish Government has released a music video with singers from around the world taking part in one of the biggest online renditions of his best-known song. Well, let's head to Edinburgh, talk to Ian MacPhail from the Scottish folk band Whisky Kiss. Good morning to you, Ian. I guess you're planning a big night tonight, are you?
Yes, indeed. Big night all over Scotland. In fact, probably all over the world. Burns a very popular figure for Scots here and all over the place. So, yeah, big night tonight.
And I get that's reflected, I guess, in the video. The fact it is it's a really international video, which is going to take some of us a little bit by surprise.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were approached by the Scottish Government just before Christmas, and they asked us if we would mind doing the music so that we could then, or they could then send it round the world for people to sing along. So there was a track so people had the tempo and so on, because I think the song's so well known, it's so international. But we were delighted to be involved because, as you say, it is a really, we've had, I think, about 1,200 different people involved from all over the world, all four corners of the globe. It's a much-loved song, and yeah, we were just really delighted that people could take part. If I can say, one of the things we really liked as a band was there's a kind of people power aspect to it where it was a case of, here's the track, you probably know the song, but this is just for the pace of it. Just take yourself a video selfie wherever you are on the planet and send it in. So we liked that. It made it really accessible to people.
Yeah, it is brilliant. It's fun to watch, I have to say. But most of us, especially us Sassenachs, we think of Auld Lang Syne as being, you know, on New Year's Eve and not at any other time.
Yeah, well, that's I think that's a day in the calendar where it is probably most well sung. It's I mean, I think they sing it in Times Square in New York, they sing it in China, in London, of course, all over the place on Hogmanay or New Year's Eve, and it's kind of associated with them. But I would have to say, from the band's point of view, we've been really lucky here with Whisky Kiss to travel all over the world and perform at Burns events, but also for other events. And it's a song that people really like to end an evening with, whether it's a Burns night or a wedding or some other kind of gathering. It's a really nice way to formally end a proceeding. And the thing that we found was that maybe a lot of people figured it was possibly from Scotland. They maybe didn't know it was written by Burns, though, and they'll have heard that maybe we have Burns suppers. So that was why we really liked being involved, because it's a good chance to let the world know, hey, it's a really famous song, but did you know it's by Robert Burns, it's from Scotland. So it's not just for Hogmanay.
What is it going to mean to you tonight? I mean, it's going to be special, I think, knowing what is going on with your backing track tonight as that song is released. But, you know, to be celebrating, to be playing, to be eating and drinking, having your Burns supper, having that haggis, how important is it to you as a Scot?
Well, it's very important, and I'm grateful for the question as well, because I think a lot of people do look at Burns, or they hear that there are these Burns suppers and they think, what is it about this guy? Why are we still celebrating his life all these hundreds of years on? I've got a statue of Robert Burns behind me here in Leith in Edinburgh, and it's one of many, actually. One of our favourite facts about Burns is that, I think it's apart from Queen Victoria and Columbus, there are more statues of Burns than actually of any other figure in history. It's more than Henry VIII, it's more than any American president, Genghis Khan, those kind of people. And so that says something about this humble tenant farmer from Ayrshire who picked up his pen or his quill and wrote about what he wrote about. I think is why we still celebrate him. He wrote about people. He wrote very warmly. He wrote about humanity, and he said things that probably last the test of time as well down the ages. A man's a man for all that. We're all equal under the sun here, and I think those kind of messages people really can relate to, even though he passed away many hundreds of years ago. It's his enduring legacy. So we're delighted to be part of that, because he's a bit of a hero of ours at Whisky Kiss.
Yeah, quite right too. Ian, great to see you. Have a great night. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.